Okay, so I'll try this angle today. So I just wanted to talk about something. It's day 5, by the way. That happened like a mirror flip. So a few days ago, I experienced it. I was the recipient of this, and earlier today, I was the other person, the person doing this that I'm gonna talk about in a moment. So it's when people don't. It's about projections and how social media and just way we live mostly our social lives, these days, well, last decade or more even, it's just we're just so not careful about how much we are actually projecting and how that's polluting the relationships that we are, well, we maybe want to be fostering online with certain individuals, or at least we are engaging with them because we want to connect, however fleetingly or however, and yet we're really doing a poor job of that. So what I mean by that, I'll give you both stories because, like I said, I was on the receiving end and then I was the one doing it. So recently, over the last few months, I've had someone connected with me on my other platforms, and is quite expressing their. And this is just the most recent. This has happened all my life here and there, and I have done it also on many occasions. So there's no judgment here whatsoever. And this person is lovely. I don't know them, but I don't get a sense of anything. Just a mega hyper projection onto me as if I'm this amazing person, and they just feel so connected to me and the rest. And it does feel actually a bit creepy, a bit, even though, like I say, it's not meant as that. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I don't know them, but it just feels a bit inappropriate. Like, even though, yeah, there's that. I've had the situations where I knew it was inappropriate and it felt inappropriate, and I was very quickly wrapping that up. This one doesn't feel like that, and many more before didn't feel like that, and ended just, fizzled out, and nothing. That was just that's it. Nothing major happened, but the fact remains that they enter my space, and it's full of that, adoration, alleged adoration, that they see something in me that, and they do. And I know from my human design, I'm a fifth line, so that means I'm literally meant to be like a screen for other people, for them to project on me whatever they need. But what the piece missing there is that, what do you do with that? There's no communication, there's no dialogue, there's no exchange. You just kind of have to let them do that, or, yeah. But it really kills, it's a killjoy. And I kind of, so with that person, just as for the sake of anchoring this story into an example, like I say, many before happened and many will be happening, I'm sure. It's like you start connect. Someone reaches out and they say something complimentary about your work, and I'm genuinely grateful, and then it very quickly that spirals out from their end into this like a deluge of adoration, like I say, and that starts to feel like, oh, that's kind of too much. It's just what. So anyway, so you start to pedal out, and you can sense, the waters change and the vibe and the mood changes, and it just becomes a little bit awkward, but nothing too, like I say, nothing too serious. But it's like, if people, and this is a story for me too, the same lesson I'm still learning, or rather forget occasionally. If people just stopped and kind of realized that no one can be seen for what they are, particularly when you just have a platform and you're doing a work. I mean, there's just a fragment of you, a sliver of you. So for anyone to sort of think that they know you, like they feel really connected and they just think you're amazing, thank you, but I mean, you don't know me. Anyway, so this other episode, that was me receiving this and feeling a bit, But just today, or was it yesterday, I did the same to someone and I've done it many times before, and every time I'm like, oh, for crying out loud, to myself, right? Like, why I've again slipped. So this person I follow, and I really like what they're doing, and then I just suggested to them something that I was doing, and suggested, oh, you might be interested. I would love your opinion on this, and then whatever else, some niceties, and then they replied. Up until that point, our communication when it happened, and it was sporadic, was always quite high and just like hyper, like enthusiastic, energetic, always like a lot of laughter and just emojis or whatever. All of a sudden, it just went like flatline because I intruded and I presumed and I kind of. So they felt, and I know exactly what they felt and how they. Well, that's what I would have felt like. Okay, so I'm asked now, and someone has imposed something on me that now I'm having to spend 20 minutes writing the response that is just okay and considerate enough, but just like, to make it clear that I'm drawing a line, that this is not welcome, these kind of offers or this kind of suggestion. And, and it essentially was an invitation for her to engage with me on this particular thing I was doing because I genuinely wanted her opinion. But I mean, why? Why did I have to reach out? It's like I was really reaching out. I had plenty of people that were already doing that. It was anyway. And so yes, she responded in the kind of pretty flat manner, and I was like, damn, I've done exactly what's been done to me just a few days before and many times before and all the rest. And it's so the what's the word, the lesson here, if that's the word, the takeaway is that it's it's wrong, meaning it's wrong. You really take something precious about a potential connection, but when I say precious and potential, it's never, certainly not in this world of mine of She Maverick and in my vocabulary and just me, potential and preciousness never equate longevity or fostering long-termness or anything, but just that moment, that connection for as long as it is in your life. Don't pollute it with your projections. The same, this is for me too, a reminder that I must not trip on things that are not for me to trip on, as in tripping, not trip over. And it's never a good look. But it just means carelessness. And this doesn't mean that either I was bad or malicious in the slightest. Of course, I know I wasn't. And it was like a genuine kind of almost, to me, it was like a sign of respect, and I do respect her opinion. And I'm sure this person that I was on the receiving end of was also equally respectful and actually admires me, or I don't think it's anything insincere or certainly not sinister. Although it could be, and it maybe happened twice in my life, but other than that, mostly it was just genuine. But still, it's like you just kind of really like projectile vomiting on some emotions and some of your stuff onto this other person and just plastering it on them, and then they have to do the work of cleaning themselves up and while remaining composed so they don't come across too unkind to you, even though a bit of unkindness could maybe actually a bit of a slap in the face, metaphorical obviously, might actually, well, I don't know, probably not actually, would make things worse. Yeah, so that's it from me for today. Day 5.